It's Kelly Laverty, board certified dance movement therapist and founder of Be Rooted Wellness. I am coming from Westchester, Pennsylvania on the East Coast. So hopefully wherever you are, you're having beautiful fall weather and enjoying the changes and the energy coming from the fall. This week on our Movement Monday, I really want to help us move some of that energy that might be present for you and have you practice and connect with the idea that emotions are meant to move. We are meant to mobilize and take the energy of our emotions. They're not something that is static, that is something that just comes into our brain. Emotions reside in our body. They are a signal, an energy that comes up, and then they're meant to be put in motion. If you've followed me for a while, you've maybe heard me use the term energy in motion. That's emotions, right? We want to take our emotions and allow them to be expressed, allow them to have the movement that they're designed to have. They're meant to move, and in our world of thinking and showing up in certain ways and being told not to feel, not to express, to hold it in, to contain, to control, all of those messages really create a pattern in our body where we bring in, we hold, we tighten, and we don't know what. There's like this energy that's fighting us on the inside, and we don't know what to do with that. So this builds and gives us anxiety. It gives our brain an activation that it doesn't know what to do, so it spins in thoughts. This energy is stuck inside. It gives us chronic pain. It gives us stomach aches. It doesn't know, it has nowhere to go. So what I want to encourage us today to explore is how to give that energy somewhere to go. How to allow yourself to feel into sensation, to let the sensations that are guiding you, that are coming up in the moment, how to move with them, how to maybe take your body and its parts, its limbs, its arms, its legs, and match the energy and mobilize it so that it can come through to completion. It can come to an expression that it's meant for. And I think our brain wants to jump in and be like, well, what does that mean? Why would we do that? And how would movement equal emotion? Our brain does not need to know why. Our brain is getting the signals of safety, comfort, of discomfort, of not feeling safe, of danger. And that is what it's trying to interpret. And our body does that all day long, very in the background. And so this energy that's stuck, if you see it just visually, this is going to be unsettling. This energy coming to your brain is going to make you feel anxious. It's going to trigger that danger system. And that's our stress state that really starts to be activated. We think that we need to calm that the job is to turn that off and stop this energy. But we aren't recognizing that emotions are like a wave. They need to come, they need to move, and then they just go into more emotion, more energy as it flows. So we're not meant to stop the flow and just be calm, be still. That is not what I'm talking about. I want to encourage you to flow, to find movement, so your energy can just give you information of how to be, how to move in this world, okay? So we're gonna start today by just doing some movement with our hands. You can be seated, you can be watching this in the car, you could be wherever you're at. You could be standing like me, and if you want to kind of just notice how coming and giving yourself an opportunity to stand up, to put your feet on the ground, to take a breath, how this might help you to shift out of your head just for a moment, to allow yourself to come in and just see how your energy changes, how it feels different. And I'm gonna start by just taking my hands and making a fist, and I want you to join me. And just notice what happens in your body with the energy. Notice if you start to have a connection to that energy, if you turn it off, if all of a sudden your hands go kind of, they're still in a fist, but you lose the energy. Are you tense? Is it building? Is this familiar? Are you feeling it down your arms? Just notice the action of making a fist and then the action of opening. All right? And I'm pairing that with my breath. You might notice that you do it whether you are inhaling or exhaling, it doesn't really matter. Notice how the body responds with just fist and then opening, okay? And I want you to just, now that your hands are open, allow a little bit of movement. Allow yourself to let your hands explore. How do they move? Which ways? Can they circle, flick, shake? Okay, and this might have different energy. It might feel like it can be very soft and slow, fast, tense, pushing in. There's lots of different energy you can explore just with your hands and with your arms. Allow yourself to see what you are connecting to right now, what energy in you needs completion, is starting to build, you're starting to notice. And notice if anywhere else in your body is becoming more active. As I'm doing this, I'm starting to feel a little bit of building of a little bit of movement in my middle, in my stomach, and I'm feeling like I want to try to match some of this energy. I was feeling like there needed to be a little bit of energy through my legs, through my core, through my breath. And just notice how your body responds as you start to build that, as you start to feel the energy in your body, all right? I'm not stopping it, I'm not questioning it, I'm just noticing how my body feels right now to move, okay? And then I want you to take one more step or movement shift wherever you're at. You could still, again, be seated, you could be in a car, so you might not be able to move that much, but maybe you shift your shoulders, maybe you twist a little, maybe you do your head, okay? And I want you to notice, now that we've activated a little bit, notice where you have a feeling, where you have an energy in your body. So I'm going to tune into my body, and I'm going to notice I have a little bit of energy here. A little tightness, it's a little held. And just by noticing, I notice that I want to take a little bit of breath and let myself expand. And notice how it feels when I exhale. And I'm connecting this with my belly from my core as I exhale. And there's no right or wrong in what you're feeling. There's no expectation. I just noticed that I had a little bit of desire to move, to stretch this part. Maybe because I've been standing for a little bit. Maybe my spine is just giving me that signal to do that. And as I'm doing it, I'm noticing a little just heaviness. And I don't know, for me, sometimes that is a signal to rest, that I need to take a moment to break. Heaviness can be connected to sadness. It can be connected to confusion, to kind of freezing. Whatever it is for you, just notice. For me, I'm sending a signal to just stay with it. bringing my hands to touch, my focus, my breath. And I want to invite myself to just move this feeling, this tightness, this whatever it is on the inside, and bring it out. And you might just bring it out into your hands. I'm going to let my upper body start to move in a way that it just wants to express. And I'm just noticing how that energy moved without judgment, without thinking too hard, but just noticing how there's energy, there's warmth going through my torso. It's not in my hands anymore. When we started, there was energy in my hands as I was talking and showing you. Now it feels just more here to here. And I'm gonna just stay with that. And I invite you to stay with whatever feelings are coming up for you, to breathe, to give yourself a moment to acknowledge them, and then a moment to just let them mobilize in your body. However that might be. Maybe you need to let them out. Maybe you need to invite yourself to start to feel and be activated for a little bit. The goal is not calm and just feeling totally comfort in the world. Our emotions are information, and they're here to change us. They're here to activate us to do. But the problem is we think we always need to be doing, that we skip over the feeling, the being space that then informs us how to move, how we can choose our next step. So I want you just to stay with the feeling for a little bit longer. And maybe you journal, maybe you comment below, maybe you reach out to me to see how the feelings that were coming up, your thoughts, your questions around them, how might we work together? How might I help you explore that a little deeper in dance movement therapy, in one-on-one support? Or if you feel like you just want to learn a little bit more, I have a course, the Be With Body experience, that helps you dive deeper into these exercises, helps you practice every day, walking through some audio, some movement practices to help you start to be with your body a little bit more, start to learn to come home without the questions, without the freezing, but building comfort in that. As well as here in Westchester or virtual, if you want to tune in virtually, we have classes that help you maintain your connection with your body, help you bring about focus and time spent in your body. So we'd love to have you join us here. I'd love to tell you more about any of the support that I can offer. And I'd love to have you continue to like and follow and subscribe so you can tune in every Monday with us as we explore the body and explore how to come back to the body and move more fully in your life. So I will see you next time. And in the meantime, please share this with someone that you think could benefit, that needs to come into their body and feel a little bit more today.